Hey everyone, my name is Seth. I'm a multimedia and fiction assistant at the Spartanburg County Library. One of my favorite things to do is play my Nintendo Switch here in the background, and that has been one of the silver linings for me being stuck at home this year. So today I'm going to go over my top 5 favorite Switch titles for quarantine.
My number 5 pick is Super Mario Odyssey. It is rated E for everyone, and all of the games, including Super Mario Odyssey I will be going over today, are copyrighted by Nintendo. Whenever I'm picking out a video game to play, there are 3 things that I look for that determines whether it's a game I can play for hours or only a few minutes. I look for how engaging the game's world is, how fun and accessible the gameplay is, and how much the story grabbed me. The world of Super Mario Odyssey is exactly what I wanted to see in a Mario game. The game takes you to a large variety of different environments where you can complete different tasks and gather items called Power Moons, which help power your spaceship. As you can see here, there are 16 different places throughout the game that you can travel to and explore. Some of the places that you can travel include underwater worlds, snow worlds, lava worlds, desert worlds, and my personal favorite, the city world. The city world combined more realistic artwork with Mario's classic cartoon artwork. Since one of my favorite things about gaming is diving into new and exciting worlds, I love the large variety and unique places that Super Mario Odyssey had to offer that I could and did explore for hours on end. The gameplay of Super Mario Odyssey is easily another favorite thing about the title. It is also what really sets the game apart and even elevates it over previous Mario titles. There are fun new enemies like these guys here, challenges, and most importantly, powers that make the game a thrill to play. The main power that makes the game so unique revolves around Mario's new sidekick named Cappy. Cappy is Mario's new hat, and with his help, you can take over enemies and several other random things and bend them to Mario's will, such as this Chain Chomp here, or my personal favorite, the T-Rex. This dimension of the game gives Mario a serious combat boost and creates a ton of fun ways to conquer Mario's latest adventure. There are also unique collectibles that you can collect, as well as some customizable features, such as outfit changes that you can do with Mario. The story of Mario Odyssey will be familiar for anyone who has played any other Mario game. Princess Peach has been captured by Bowser and is in need of some rescuing. However, this time she is not the only one that has been captured. Cappy's sister, Tiara, has also been captured by the nefarious Bowser and his minions. While it may pretty much be the same storyline as every other Mario game, it gave me a fun sense of nostalgia as I progressed through the game. As the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Overall, the world, gameplay, and classic storyline of Super Mario Odyssey combined to give another excellent Mario title, and maybe even their greatest yet. My number 4 is Luigi's Mansion 3. It is also rated E for everyone. Unfortunately, I don't have any fun screenshots to share from this title, but I'll do my best to explain why I thought it was such a good game. Since I was a big fan of the original Luigi's Mansion that came out for the Nintendo GameCube, I was excited to see that the series was coming to the Nintendo Switch. Although the entire game of Luigi's Mansion 3 takes place in a haunted hotel, the world of the game is still incredibly diverse. It manages to explore a variety of environments while maintaining the overall theme of a haunted mansion by giving each floor of the hotel a unique theme. For example, before beating the game, you'll have the chance to explore a pirate ship, an Egyptian pyramid, a movie set, and a medieval Renaissance fair, and that is just the tip of the iceberg. The gameplay of Luigi's Mansion 3 revolves around capturing a large variety of ghosts and solving puzzles in order to make your way through the haunted hotel that Luigi is trapped in. To defeat the ghosts that will continually stand in your way of completing the game, you'll have to use a special flashlight and a vacuum to suck them up. You will also be given a slime-like clone of Luigi named Gooigi to help him solve the mysteries of the hotel. Gooigi was probably my favorite thing about the game because it added a really fun dimension by allowing you to control 2 characters at once instead of just Luigi. This made capturing the clever poltergeists of the hotel a load of fun. The story of Luigi's Mansion 3 was also incredibly entertaining. At the start of the game, Luigi, Mario, Peach, and several Toads are going on a free trip to a fancy hotel, but unfortunately for them, their free stay was just a trap by King Boo and a gang of ghosts to capture them. And after the trap is sprung, the cowardly Luigi is the only one to escape. Therefore, it is up to Luigi, Nintendo's unlikeliest of heroes, to defeat the ghosts and save Mario, Peach, and the Toads. However, to save his friends, Luigi must conquer all 15 floors of the Haunted Hotel. Luigi's Mansion 3 combines puzzles, goofy ghosts, and an entertaining story to make for a fun and completely unique style of game that gamers of all ages will enjoy. My number 3 pick is Pokemon Sword, which is rated E for everyone. The beautiful world of Pokemon Sword was easily my favorite thing about this game. The new addition of what the game calls the Wild Area allows players to find up to 400 Pokemon in their natural habitats. The weather also changes both as you explore different areas and as time passes. To top it off, players can also see all these Pokemon without having to encounter them randomly, like in most of the other previous Pokemon titles. This was huge for me because I was able to eliminate a lot of wasted time looking for specific Pokemon blindly because I could now see exactly what kind of Pokemon I wanted on the screen. Outside of the wild areas and other locations you encounter Pokemon, players can visit a variety of unique towns like this one, acquire cool items, go camping and cook with your Pokemon, and even customize your appearance. While the overall gameplay of Pokemon Sword stays true to what Pokemon games are all about, encountering wild Pokemon, catching them, and battling them by using a large variety of attacks against other Pokemon trainers, there are several things that set Pokemon Sword apart from previous Pokemon games. The biggest thing is you can now use a power once per battle to make your Pokemon gigantic and much more powerful. This ability will also change several Pokemon's appearance. The game calls this ability Dynamaxing, and it is also a major theme of the story of Pokemon Sword. The story of Pokemon Sword revolves around trying to figure out the mystery of Dynamaxing and 2 legendary Pokemon, while also working to become the new champion of the Galar region where the game is based. While the story is pretty typical for a Pokemon game, I found solving the mysteries of Pokemon Sword and becoming a Pokemon champion just as fun as the first time I played a Pokemon game. Most fans of the Pokemon franchise should be delighted with the newest adventure into the world of Pokemon. Pokemon Sword does an excellent job of focusing on what its longtime fans love about the series, while also making it more accessible to new players. My number 2 pick is Fire Emblem Three Houses. It is rated T for Teen. The world of Fire Emblem Three Houses is incredibly unique in the way that it combines several traits of an open-world game with those of a turn-based strategy game. During the open-world aspect of the game, players get to roam around a large fortress, talk with a large variety of unique characters, increase your character's fighting abilities, recruit allies, have meals, go fishing, build friendships between characters, and one of my personal favorites, have tea with characters. I'm not sure why I enjoyed tea time so much, but seeing a guy in a full suit of armor sipping tea was truly entertainment at its finest. This ability to explore an environment with my character outside of the turn-based battles of the game gave the world of Fire Emblem Three Houses the perfect balance between battle and exploration. While there is a lot to do in the open-world aspect of Fire Emblem Three Houses, the gameplay of the game focuses on the turn-based battles you fight. During these battles, you control a variety of characters that each possess unique combat abilities that the game calls combat classes. One of the classes you can choose even allows you to fight on a dragon like this character here. The battles are fought on a large variety of different maps that are separated into squares, and to fight your enemy, you move each of your characters until they're in front of an enemy. At this point, you can see how effective your character's attack will be versus how effective your enemy's attack will be. After you move and attack with all your characters, your enemy's units will move and attack, and then it will be your turn again. While this style of game may sound tedious, it is utterly addicting once you start playing because if you want to win battles without getting your characters killed, you have to come up with a good strategy. The story of Fire Emblem Three Houses is one of the game's best features. The game starts after you save several students of a military officer's academy, and you realize you have supernatural powers. After you save the students, you find out that they are 3 future world leaders. After this revelation, you somehow end up getting hired as a professor at the academy they attend. However, when you are hired as a professor, you must choose which future world leader and their classmates that you teach. This choice dictates what will happen in the rest of the game's story, since the game will follow the storyline of whoever you choose. By leaving the choices like this in the player's hands, Fire Emblem Three Houses lets players choose the story of the game themselves, which was really fun. It also gives players hours of an additional unique storylines to play even after you finish the game the first time, which was really fun for me because I could go back and play the game multiple times and have a different experience each time I played it. If you're a fan of strategy games, games with detailed storylines, or just games with cool worlds, Fire Emblem Three Houses is definitely a game to check out. My number one pick is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It is rated E for everyone. The world of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is absolutely enormous. As you can see from this map, the world of the game can't even fit on the screen. Not only that, but each of these blue dots on the map represent a place where different puzzles are located that you can solve throughout the course of the game. The grand total of these challenging puzzles is a whopping 120, so there is no lack of things to do while exploring the world of the game. Not only is the world big, but it's also incredibly beautiful. So much so that the game had me completely immersed even before I was invested in the game's storyline. One of my favorite things about this world was that you can go to whatever landscape that you see. You see a big mountain with lava on it, keep running and climbing towards it, and you will eventually get there. See a snow-capped mountain, see a desert, see a waterfall, you can go to all of them too. The immersive world of the game is not the only amazing thing about the game either. The gameplay of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is also a ton of fun. Throughout the course of the game, you will be able to acquire horses to help you travel, ingredients to help you cook meals that will boost your stats, cool abilities to help you solve puzzles, and a huge variety of equipment to help you defeat your enemies. However, because the game tries to be as realistic as possible, your equipment will wear down the more you use it and eventually break. Although it may sound frustrating to always be looking for more weapons, it forced me to try out a lot of different kinds of weapons that the game offered, and made the game feel more realistic and immersive. The game also offered a large variety of enemies that were challenging and fun to defeat. One of the things I enjoyed about the enemies was that some of them, like this robot here, were difficult to beat even after beating the game. The storyline of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild starts when your character wakes up after sleeping for 100 years, with only bits and pieces of his memory of his former life, but with a huge responsibility. The evil Ganon and his servants are ruling the world and creating chaos in each of the 4 kingdoms of the world. And in order to bring peace back to the lands, you have to travel to each of the kingdoms, defeat Ganon's servants, and then defeat Ganon. The story of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was really fun to play because as you bring peace to each of the 4 kingdoms, you also recover more of your memory. So by the time the game ends, you can have a whole picture of what happened in the past and how connected your character is to all the kingdoms that you have saved along the way. With a highly immersive world, gameplay, and storyline, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is a must-play for any Switch owner and is my all-time favorite Nintendo Switch title.
Thank you for attending my program. Please check out some of these other games that I talked about at your local library, and please check on Facebook and YouTube for other Spartanburg County Library programs. Bye!